Hello everyone, my name is Matthew Allo, your Microsoft Excel instructor. So today we are going to learn about formula and function. So what is a formula? A formula in Excel is an equation that is designed by a user to perform a simple or complex calculation, while a function is a predefined formula in a spreadsheet application or in an Excel application. So you have a formula is an equation that is designed by a user in Excel, while a function is a predefined formula in a spreadsheet application or in Excel. So now we want to see how we can calculate the sum, then the average, the count, minimum and maximum using formula and function. So now you select the cell where you want the sum to appear. So to calculate a sum using formula, you begin with equal sign. Okay, so then you go and click the cell that you want to calculate the sum, like the range of cell. So here you have B5, then you type plus, then click the second cell, then you add plus, then the third cell. So now you press the enter key. So that is sum. Okay. Then to use the other method, that is talking about function, so you can as well type equal to sum. Then you open a bracket, then you select the range of cell, right? So B5 to D5. Now you close the bracket, then you press the enter key. Okay, this still gives the same answer like before. So having done this, you can drag down the field handle to generate the rest of the total of the sum. So that is it. So now you increase the column width. Okay, so here again you can calculate the sum for the fall here. So to do that again, you can use equal to, then you click the first cell, type plus, second cell plus, then the third cell as B7 plus, then B8 and plus, then B9 plus, then the last one, and press the enter key. Okay, that is the sum. So to use the formula for this, to use a function for this, so you can still do the same thing, just click and type equal sum, then you drag the and close bracket. Okay, so that is the answer. Now you can as well go and use the auto sum. You can apply the auto sum. That is a function you have on the home tab in the editing group. So the auto sum as well can still help you do this. That is the other way of doing it, of calculating the total of the sum. So now you go to the home tab, ensure you have clicked the cell where you want the sum to appear. So click on the home tab, and in the editing group you have the auto sum here. Then click the auto sum, and then ensure that the right range of cells have been selected, and you press the enter key. Okay, that is it. Then just like we did before, you can just drag the field handle instead of just calculating one by one. Okay, that is it. So that is done. Then for average, so for average you can as well decide to use a function, a formula of function. So in this case you can as well look at the normal way of calculating average, that is calculate the average from B5 to D5, from B5 to D5. So here you have equals to average, and you open a bracket, then you select the range of cell you want to calculate the average, then you press the enter key. Okay, so this as well can be done by using the auto sum. Coming to auto sum, the drop down arrow here, then you see average. So you ensure that the right range of cells is selected. You can select it right by yourself, so you can see. So that there are times that the range of values or the range of cells may not be correct. So or it's not correct, you can just adjust it. So that is it. From B5 to D5, press the enter key. So that is it. And you drag down the field handle to find total, drag it down. So that is it. Find the average rather. So you can see that. So that is how you do that. Then for count, count just count the number of cells that contain value. So now you can just use the formula, which is equals to count, a function which is equal to count. So count, you open a bracket, then you just select the cell you want to count. There are just 3. So in case you have a large number, this is more useful when you have a large number. So just 3 cells that contain values or numbers. Okay, just like we did before, you can just drag the fill and do as well down, so everything will still be equal. So then the minimum value. So to find the minimum value, so what you do is okay. So to find the minimum value of all of these, you can just type the function which is mean, then you open a bracket. Now you want to find the minimum of these 3 values. Okay, so you close the bracket and you press enter. So that is the formula for minimum. So you just type, or you press the enter key on the keyboard. So the minimum of the 3 values is just 10. So now the same thing can be done for the rest. The same thing that can be done for the rest. Just drag down the field and is that okay? So you can see the minimum of this is 15, then 25, then 250, 325, and so on. Then for maximum, you type in the formula you have equals to max, then you come here and select the range of cell. Okay, so now you press the enter key. Okay, so the maximum is 20. So to generate the rest, just drag down the field and okay, so that is it. So that is done. That is done. Now again, let's look at more calculation that's on the formula and function. So now you have these values given, right? So this value given. Now you want to find S1 times S2. So the multiplication actually is done by using the asterisk sign. So now, or asterisk symbol. So now you have to type the equal sign, then you have S1, right, times, so your asterisk times S2. Okay, so S1 times S2, so you just press the enter key on the keyboard. So having done that, you can as well generate for the rest. So you just drag down. Okay, so that's S1 times S2. I give you 8. Then here S1 times X2, that's 3 times 6, that's 18. So and so on. So for division, you have S3, just use the forward slash S2. So now how to do that? You press or you type the equal sign, then S3, then divided by S3 divided by S2. Okay, then you press the enter key. So S3 divided by S2, that's for division. Just drag down the fill undo. Okay, so that is done. S3, you see this one, S3 divided by S2, that's 10. Then S3 here divided by S2, that's 10. So everything is 10, each is 10. So now S4 minus S1, so you just type the equal sign S1 minus S4 minus S1. So S4, you just click S4, then minus, you just use the hyphen for the minus. Okay, that's S4 minus S1. Okay, so you just click and press the enter key. S4 minus S1, that's 0. So now you drag down the fill undo. Okay, you can see. So for the second one, that's the row 9, you have in this cell I9, that's S4, which is 3 minus S1, 2, that's 1. Okay, then for the sum S1 plus S2, S1 plus S2, you type the equal sign, the S1, okay, plus S2. Okay, you press the enter key and drag down the fill undo. Okay, that is done. That is done. So for the second one, S1 plus S2, S1, which is 2, plus S2, which is 4, that's 6. Okay, then for this, you have equal to, that's 10, okay, 10% times the asterisk times S3. Okay, S3, press the enter key. Let's see what that give, and we generate it this way like we did before. Okay, so 10%, that's 10% of S3. So that is it, of S3, that'll give you 2. 10% of S4, that's give you that's 10% of 20 of S3, of S3, that's 4, and so on. Okay, so now that is how you calculate the formula for use the formula for addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So okay, so I want to believe you have learned a lot in today's class, so ensure you go over what we have learned today. So for instance, you have the formula for addition and subtraction, as well as multiplication and division. So ensure you go over all of these and get better understanding of this. Okay, so we are going to meet in the next class when we continue from where we stop. So make sure you go over this to gain more understanding. So next class we're going to meet and continue from here where we consider another interesting topic. So okay, so see you in the next class. See you in the next class. Bye now. I believe you have learned a lot from the video. So to keep getting this kind of video, ensure you click on the subscribe button and drop your comment. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.